It's still not safer. Didn't you hear all those stories about that guy that would meet up the girl, like set them up on or set up a date with them?
No, but sounds like a spooky Halloween story.
And then he would murder them.
What?
Yeah, that is. I'm so thankful he didn't shoot you.
So am I.
Wow, Bill.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was me being completely freaked the fuck out. And from that point on, I thought, wow, this girl's insane.
And I was like, what the fuck?
She was the stalker's assistant.
Right. Fucking, she probably was holding the binoculars for her.
She was.
You know? And she's like, yeah, like, and she told me all about how often that they stalked me. She told me about how they went. Welcome to Let's Say More. I'm your host, Ava.
And I'm your other host, Soli. Solange. People don't know me as Soli yet.
I think they do now. We're fine.
Well,
we're all friends.
Yes. Yes, we are all friends. All right. This is our Halloween spooky special. We got some spooky decor from our wonderful producer who set everything up.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Looks cool, right?
I think so. And we're in costumes, believe it or not. We don't dress like this every day.
We don't dress like this every day.
Even though
definitely don't dress like this every day.
Solange was anti my shirt.
Should we explain why we're dressed this way? So our costumes represent our stories that we're going to tell today.
People are probably like,
and for those that can't see us, because obviously people listen to the podcast sometimes, you know, they don't always watch. I'm wearing a t-shirt that says, Ava, what does my t-shirt say?
Captain Save-A-Ho.
And Ava is wearing a very,
you could say
a camouflage shirt.
Yeah.
Because she's about to be hunted.
Ooh. That was good. Yeah. I like that. That was clever.
Thank you.
I underestimated your cleverness.
I'm here for you every day.
Every day, boo.
Every day.
Every day, all day, every day.
Kind of goes with your shirt. All right. So we asked some of you guys to send us some of your creepy dating stories. And by creepy dating stories, we meant, you know, things that might have happened to you, whether it was an event that happened that freaked the fuck out of you, or you had something happen to you while you were with someone, dating someone, and, you know, whatever your relationship status was, because we got some questions. It was whatever relationship status you were in with this person. Something happened, freaked you out. We got a few that were we got some pretty good ones.
We did, but some people didn't understand the assignment. They thought it was like pertaining to Halloween. So we apologize if we weren't clear enough.
Yeah.
But we did get a good amount.
And so we're going to tell a few of those. Again, like we said in our stories, if you don't follow us on Instagram, you better be following us by now. We're going to keep it anonymous.
Yes.
So we won't disclose who these came from, but we will tell the story to the best of our knowledge as far as remembering, because I am getting old and my memory is not so great.
This time you said an old joke about yourself, not me.
They're all old jokes about myself as well, because I am, you know, only 2 years younger than you.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to go first about what happened to you?
Okay. So what happened to me? I'm going to try to tell this story hopefully in a little bit more of a humorous way if I can, which I don't think I can, but I will do my best because it is a little bit dark.
Should we dim the lights, you think?
Yeah, no, right? Bring the lights down.
Bring them down low.
All right. So I was dating someone who had a track record. This person was not exactly the
cookie cutter that you normally date.
Exactly. This person had a little bit of a criminal history and they liked to be in trouble with the law. And I, being the goody two shoes that I always was growing up.
You are a swear bear.
I definitely was new to that kind of world and I was not exposed to any of those things. So it was all new to me and I did my best to try. I've always been somebody who's tried to protect other people. I've always been somebody who's tried to, you know, help those in need. And most of them were my girlfriends.
Hence the t-shirt.
Hence the t-shirt, Captain Save-A-Ho. She was so she was dating me, and she was also cheating on me. Let's just put it that way. I didn't know at the time that she was cheating on me with this particular person who I saved her and, was trying to save her from in this situation. But she called me freaking out one day, asking me to come pick her up. She was at this motel, and she sounded really in distress. And I was freaking out for her because I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, what mess did you get yourself into? I drove over there as quickly as I could. I got out of the car, and I see her running, and she's running towards me. And there's a gate to get into the parking lot that I was in. And the parking lot I was in only had one entrance and one exit. So I'm waiting for her to come through, and I'm watching her run. And I couldn't really tell, but once she got kind of halfway to the gate, I could tell she was being chased. And I was like, oh my God, who the hell is this guy? What is happening? And she's like yelling and screaming, and the guy is yelling and screaming. And I think he was high. I have no idea. But they're in this fight, and he's grabbing her. He grabs her by the back of her head, pulls her back, and they get into like a physical altercation. At that point, I freaked out. So I lean into my glove compartment where I always carried a pocket knife.
I thought you
for some reason.
Say Glock.
No,
I was like, you are a badass lesbian.
No, I am not. No.
Oh,
but I
excited.
always carried a pocket knife in my car for some reason. I don't know why.
Was it a little knife? Like the Swiss Army ones?
No. This was like this was like a switchblade.
Oh, you carry big stuff.
And so I pulled it out. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Like, what the hell were you going to do with this thing? Like, you weren't going to stab the guy.
So what were your intentions?
I don't know, just to protect her, like to save her. So I run out, I run towards the guy. I'm yelling, like, let her go. And he's not letting her go. I think he didn't even know that I was there for her. And she ends up running out of the building. He's chasing her. He sees me. I'm running towards him with this knife. And I'm like yelling.
This?
Not like slasher.
Or you like this?
I think I just had it like on the side of my body.
You were like, come at me.
Like, bitch. Yeah, like I was about to shank him or something.
Oh.
And so he's running out towards me, and I'm holding, I remember that panic that I felt. And I just had this like pit in my stomach, and I didn't know what to do. And I'm like standing there freaking out, and I'm yelling at her to run, like to get away from him. And I'm yelling at him to let her go. And he's not letting her go. And then he sees me. He looks down. He sees the knife that I'm holding. And at that point, he lets her go for a brief moment. And he pulls out a gun.
He had the Glock.
Straight up Glock, yeah, at me. And I, at that point, I froze. I freaked out. I was like, what mess did I get myself into?
Oh, no.
And she starts yelling, run, to me, like, run. And I'm like, no, like come with me, like I'm trying to get her to leave him. And she's like, no, go, he'll shoot you.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, okay, clearly this is not some random dude. This is some guy you have some sort of relationship or connection with, because the way she was interacting with him was like they knew each other on a different level. And I freaked out. I got in my car. He starts coming at me. At that point, he like threw her on the floor. He starts running after me. I get in the car, and he pulls out the gun, and he's like running at me. And I'm like, oh my God. And he kind of gets in front of my car. And at that point I thought, all right, well, it's either me or you, and I'm gonna have to run you over, buddy.
Well, yeah.
So I just floored it, and he leaped out of the way just in time. I took off. Later, I come to find out he was like her dealer or something. I don't know.
Did you break up with this crazy psycho?
Listen, lesson learned.
Don't bring a knife to a gunfight?
Exactly. That is the lesson I learned. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
So do you have a gun now?
No, I don't have a gun. Oh. But I'm not a violent person. So for me, this was like a very, very traumatic situation. And I was like, oh my God. And this girl put me in like the worst situations. I feel like all the bad things that happened in a relationship was with this girl.
That is I'm so thankful
yeah.
he didn't shoot you.
So am I.
Wow, boo.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was me being completely freaked the fuck out. And from that point on, I thought, wow, this girl's insane.
Well,
Insane.
where is this girl now?
Probably where she was the last time I had heard from her, which was years ago. She was in jail.
Oh. Do you get jail letters from jail?
No, not anymore.
Oh, you used to.
She was in jail. She was in and out of jail for a little bit, and then
Did you ever send her like pictures?
we would send each other letters.
No,
and
did you send her pictures?
I don't think I ever sent her a picture. We definitely sent each other letters, and I went in. I would go visit her. I'd put money on her books.
What the fuck?
I know people are surprised to learn certain things about me, but yeah, that was one thing, and I was always trying to help her. I was always trying to like get her shit together.
You were really trying to save a hoe.
I was really trying to save a hoe.
Damn, I was joking when I called you that the last episode.
No, I really was.
Wow.
I know.
I wonder if she has a jailhouse tattoo of you.
Oh, God. I don't know. I certainly hope not. I hope I'm not the one that got away for her, is all I got to say.
I mean, I'd be down to like go visit her in jail just to see if she has that
I
tattoo.
don't know if she still is in jail. I don't know anything.
Well, you can do inmate lookup now, like on a computer.
Yeah, I did them before.
Oh, you should look
That's
her
how
up.
I would know what she was charged with the whatever fourth or fifth time she got picked up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was more than once.
Well, wow, you sure know how to pick them.
Well, that was, mind you, I was 20 years old, people. I was 20 years old. I didn't know any better. I was young and naive. Anyway, what's yours? You look like you're about to be hunted, so
Or I'm going to hunt.
I don't know. Were you the hunted or were you the hunter?
No, so I'll tell you. So I was young and I was seeing a girl and I didn't want to see her anymore. I wanted to see another girl. And it was really fucked up how that whole situation happened. We don't even need to get there. But
I think we should.
No, it's fine. So the girl, she was like, I guess, obsessed with me.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
Yeah, like Mariah Carey.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't really know how bad it was. And then there was a couple times I'd go home and I saw her car across the street. And I was like, oh, I'm not about to pull up because like I don't need her to know my whereabouts. So I would like drive around until she like left. So I knew she would always be outside of my house like stalking me.
Does she live in your neighborhood?
No, she didn't.
Oh, hell no.
So I knew she was like stalking me, right?
Uh-huh.
So I just picture her outside in like a camouflage shirt with like binoculars, like just waiting for me to pop up. I don't know what she would have done if she saw me. I tried to avoid her. There was another time she thought I was going to Oz, which was a club that was by Knott's Berry Farm.
Uh-huh.
So it was really far. We live in the valley. And she thought I was going there. So she drove all the way over there to try to find me. I ended up in West Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
So completely different direction. Yeah. And I was like, damn, like she couldn't take a hint that like it was over. So she was always trying to find me. Years go by. I end up going to this sports bar, Rocco's, back in the day. And I was with my friend, Edwin, who now lives in New York. We were there and this girl comes up to me and she's like, I know you. And I was like, no, you don't. Because I looked at her and I'm like, you definitely don't know me, homegirl.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, no, I know you. You used to date so-and-so. And I was like, okay, but like I've never met you.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, remember all those times she was stalking you? I was the one with her. And I was like, what the fuck?
She was the stalker's assistant.
You're right. Fucking, she probably was holding the binoculars for her.
She was.
And she's like, yeah, like, and she told me all about how often that they stalked me. She told me about how they went to the clubs and how they were looking for me. And I was like, but why? She's like, I don't know. We just wanted to see like what you were doing. And I'm like, but we weren't together. Well, crazy story, or it gets crazier. So I become friends with this girl and her boyfriend at the time. And we become like really good friends. And, you know, her and I aren't friends anymore because, you know, things happen. But yeah, that's my story on, that's a creepy story. That's creepy, right?
That is creepy. I mean, did you ever do drive-bys when you were younger?
Like to see if someone was home?
Yeah.
I did it once because they weren't answering the phone, and I got worried because they had gone out drinking, and I was like, did they make it home? And they weren't answering. So then when I saw they were home, I was like relieved. But
so you've never been like I don't know, kind of like a stalker yourself?
maybe. But I'm so old now, right, that I don't remember. And I plead the fifth if I have been. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I'm not a fucking saint. I'm sure I did some crazy shit back in the day. Yeah.
I remember some stuff.
Did we do it?
Yeah.
We stalked someone together? Oh, shit. A girl we dated together?
No.
Another girl.
This was a girl you just dated. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
I remember that one. A little drive-by.
And we what? I didn't think she was home. I thought she was cheating on me.
I think she told you she was doing something else and we happened to be in the area.
Oh, okay.
Because we were, I think, going to another mutual friend's house who happened to live in that area.
Oh, then I know. Oh, God. I can't believe I even like put the energy into driving by her house.
And we drove by to see if she was home because she said she wasn't home or something. I don't know.
And did she end up lying?
Honestly, I don't even remember.
Probably, because she was a fucking liar. So she probably did lie. She probably did tell us she was home or I'm here. And then we probably drove by and saw, and I know the color of the car. I won't say it just in case she's listening. Yeah, so wow, I'm glad you remembered that. See, I knew I did some shit in my day.
I mean, we all have. I remember I did too when I was young. And
Yeah.
I had exes that were like crazy liars. And it was just one of those things where you're just like, I'm going to catch you. I'm going to catch you in your lie.
Should we talk about some of the stories we got?
Yeah.
You want to go?
You start.
You want me to go? All right. So this is anonymous, right?
Okay.
So there's someone that she went out with her friends. She had like a girls' night. Goes out with her friends. They're partying it up. Her partner went out as well. So they're both out. And her partner gets home before she does. So, you know, sometimes people don't like that. They don't like that they're home before the other person because they have FOMO or whatever.
Yeah.
Or they're controlling.
Very true.
So she kept calling her. Like, you know, where are you? Where are you? Well, this person didn't have any responsibilities. Like, they were out. They both knew they were supposed to be out. There wasn't a curfew. So she like didn't come home on time, right? She ends up going home. And back then, when we had Instagram, it was only on iPhones, remember?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you deleted your profile, that's it. You deleted it. You couldn't, it wasn't like, do you want to temporarily deactivate it?
Like make it dormant or something.
Right.
Yeah,
and then like I don't know if you could have saved pictures. I don't remember if you could. So anyway, this person has a daughter. And on her Instagram, all the baby pictures of her daughter were on there. And so the girlfriend got pissed that she didn't obey the rules and she deleted her Instagram. So she lost all the pictures of her kid. And she wasn't able to retrieve them. She didn't have them printed. She didn't have them backed up. And the girl just deleted the profile because she didn't obey the rules and get home on time.
So that's pretty much like a controlling crazy ass bitch who like, what is wrong with people?
I mean,
that's your punishment?
Well, I think sometimes people feel like, how else am I going to get you back? Like, what means something to you?
Yeah.
And maybe at that particular time, that the girlfriend that deleted the Instagram was like, well, this means a lot to you, so I'm going to take away. It's a control thing, right? Like, I'm going to take away what means the most to you. So then they did that.
Oh my God.
I know. Kind of
That's
that's
crazy.
fucked up, right?
Yeah, that is very fucked up.
So now, lesson to the person that got their Instagram deleted is back up your shit.
Yeah.
Print your pictures out.
Go old school, print
Go
them
old
out.
school, you know. If you have a girls' night,
Yeah.
maybe not give your password to people.
Maybe just not be with somebody who's psycho.
Yeah.
And controlling.
Right. Maybe just like, I don't know, chill on that.
Maybe just pick better.
Read people better.
Yeah.
Right.
Just have a better picker.
Right.
Says the girl that was with a ex-con.
Oh, that's so true. You're one to fucking talk.
I've learned.
Live and learn.
Lesson learned.
So
okay.
what's a story you got?
So the other one I have for you is, what if you're at a club and you're at the bar? Okay.
Wait, are we setting the mood?
I'm setting the mood.
All right, go ahead.
You're at a club. You're at Here.
Ooh.
For those that don't remember, Here was a club.
I'm listening. I'm
girl night
picturing the music.
in West Hollywood, next door to the Abbey.
Yeah.
And you're at the bar. You know, you're going to go get yourself a drink. And all of a sudden, you are jolted by some girl who grabs you and spills your drink that you're holding in your hand that you just bought all over your arm. And they say, "Oh my God, you are the woman of my dreams.
Okay.
You are everything I've been dreaming of and looking for in my life." And you're like, what the fuck? Right?
Right.
And then she pulls her sleeve up and she has a tattoo of you on their arm. And you've never met this person in your life. And this tattoo is like resembles you to the T. Like to the T, it is you. What's your reaction?
There's a few, right?
Tell me, let's work through it.
I'd probably smack the shit out of you. Right? B, I might be like, who the fuck are you? Buy me another drink right the fuck now.
Because you spilled
Because
mine.
you spilled my shit and you're a fucking psycho.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, what would be,
So-
I want to hear the rest of this.
So basically, the story comes from our very well-known mutual friend.
Oh, now
this
I have
was
to think about who it is.
this person apparently was at a club, and this happened to them. And she, I guess, engaged in conversation with this girl who had a tattoo of her on her face, and she like grabbed her arm. She was like, "Oh my God, that really does look like me. Where, like, how the?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I told you, I've been looking for you my whole life, and like you, I've dreamt about you." She goes, "Well, how did you describe this this tattoo to the tattoo artist?" She goes, "Oh, I'm an artist. I drew it. I saw you in my dreams, and I drew it out, and I got it tattooed on my arm." And this is you, like you are the woman of my dreams. And I said, "Oh my God," when I was speaking to this person, I said, "Oh my God, like, was she at least hot?" And she goes, "No, she was not hot at all," which is what made it even worse.
Oh,
And I was like, "Oh, because you had to turn her down while she's telling you you're the woman of her dreams."
but how did they turn them down? Did they say, "Oh, I'm sorry"?
I
Not
didn't
in
get that
this
far.
lifetime.
I didn't get that far into the questioning, but I think it was more like, "I'm so flattered. Thank you so much. I am gonna go. My girlfriend's here," or something like that. Or "I'm with someone." I don't know. That's like in one of those situations where you go, "I'm with someone," and you try to like get out of it.
I want to see the tattoo.
So do I. But I'll tell you who the person is, and then you'll know what the tattoo looks like.
Are you going to say it on air?
No,
Oh, okay.
but
Well, I mean, you kind of acted like,
you know this person.
okay, well, when we go off air, tell me who the person is because I'm interested.
It's our producer.
Oh my God. I want to see the fucking tattoo. That's it. Wow. I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you,
I
psycho?
would be freaking out if somebody showed up with a tattoo of me, whom I've never met.
That's weird. That's some crazy shit.
Right? Like somebody who looks just like you. You've never met this person.
Girls are fucking crazy.
They're nuts, dude. They're nuts. That leads me to my next question. How do you turn somebody down? Okay, let me put it this way. In a single Ava and in a married Ava, how would you turn somebody down?
Well, married Ava, I would just say it's easy. I'm married. Like,
And if they keep pursuing.
I'll call Fernanda, be like, babe, get them.
Okay, but let's say you're out and babe's not there.
Like, get the fuck away from me. Like that.
Okay, so you'll get aggressive.
Well, with my words.
Okay. And
I've been arrested before. I'm not gonna hit anyone anymore. Those
God,
are
I
old
hope
days.
not.
Those are old days.
God.
Fine now.
And I was the one with the jailbird girlfriend.
Now you have a jailbird.
Now I have
friend.
a jailbird
Co-host.
bird friend. Yeah. And single Ava?
Single Ava. I think if I remember correctly, I would just not call. I gave out fake phone numbers. This is before they got smart enough to call you while you were standing there.
Yeah. To get your number.
This is back in the day, and I would give fake phone numbers. Or I would give a look to whoever I was with, like
save me.
Can you come get this, girl?
Captain, save a friend.
Right. And I would do it like that. But I honestly didn't get hit on like that.
Hardly believe that.
No, I didn't. I'm to myself.
Mm-hmm.
I am.
You know, I've gone out with you, right?
Yeah. Well,
I've been there. I've seen it.
Yeah. Well,
it happens.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I would do it. How would you let someone down? Single Solange and thruple Solange. How would you?
Not in a thruple.
All right, fine. Single Solange, and if you were in a relationship, Solange, how would you let them down?
So, well, I always think that if you're in a relationship, it's much easier, right? Because especially if you're out with your partner, like you can be like, I'm with this person and they're right here and this is like inappropriate.
What if they ask you like,
but
can we do something together?
Oh, that depends on, I guess, if you're into that.
Oh, okay.
And if your partner's into that, then I guess that's different. But for me, it was kind of like, if I was single, I would probably, I don't know, I have a really hard time being rude to people. So I would usually just say, thank you so much, I'm flattered. Or then I would immediately look for somebody in my vicinity to be my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like
I think that's smart to do
I would be like, thank you so much, I'm flattered. This is my girlfriend, and I'd grab them. But if I'm out with people who, you know, are all coupled up, which I have been, then it gets a little bit more complicated. Mm-hmm. Like when you're the fifth wheel or whatever, third wheel, fourth wheel. Because then you're like, oh shit, now the whole night I have to pretend like, that's when you probably want to be in that throuple.
So there are advantages to the throuple.
There are advantages to the throuple. That's when you want to be like, oh, these are my girlfriends.
Right.
And to some that might be
back off.
To some that might be enough to scram.
Right. Or that they could be interested in adding on to the throuple.
Yeah.
They could, right?
Well, that's true. Have you ever been obsessed or infatuated with someone?
I don't think I've ever been there because I also never think I'm someone's type. So I don't feel like I can have a crush on you.
Yeah.
But because I don't think I'm your type, I'm not going to like
pursue it
or be obsessed with you. Like, what's the point? In my head, like, what's the point?
I don't know. I've had infatuations. I mean, I wouldn't say they turned into obsessions. Maybe when I was like 16, but
yeah. Do you think anyone's been infatuated or obsessed with you?
I mean, not that
You're jailbird.
Not that I
You're jailbird.
Not that I know of. I mean, I think people are always attracted to other people and maybe they have crushes, but I don't know that I would say somebody's like obsessed with me or infatuated with me. I don't have like a stalker. No, I don't have anybody who's watching me leave. At least not that I know of. If they are, then damn,
they can borrow my shirt. If they they can borrow this shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're definitely camouflaged because I don't see you.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm also kind of oblivious to things. So I don't know.
That's interesting. You are oblivious to things.
I am oblivious to things. I don't necessarily always pick up on people like hitting on me unless they're very obvious.
Yeah. They have to have like a sign.
Like a sign that says, hey, I think you're hot. And then I'm like, oh.
Oh, you do? Thank you.
Thank you. I'm flattered.
I'm flattered. And depending on what they look like, you'll either pursue it or you won't.
I don't know. I mean, is Love blind?
Oh, God. Did you watch it?
Yes, I'm obsessed with Love is Blind.
I'm obsessed with all those dating shows. But for the record, this season, the worst.
Of Love is Blind?
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't so
And
great.
Hannah, I don't like you. You are a bully.
Ava.
Yeah, no, she's a bully. She's so mean
She
to
was
him.
just very, she was very strong, opinionated, and very, she knew what she wanted. I mean, I think she's still very young
Did we
to
watch
be
the
being that
same
demanded.
show?
But yes, but I mean, I'm trying to be,
Politically correct?
no, just the devil's advocate here.
Oh, okay, well, no, she was so mean. He just got off of work and she's like, are you going to take the trash out? I shouldn't have to ask you to take the trash out. He just got home.
Yeah, but also
And it
like
was half full.
when you were talking to him in the pods, you should have known that he was very childish.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden she has like all these 401k. I don't even want to get into it.
We're not going to get into it.
I'm not going to get
For
into
those
it.
that haven't watched it, go watch it.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Out of all the
The English
seasons,
one is good too.
out of all the seasons,
London
it's the worst
or England. Yeah, it was not very good.
one. No, it wasn't.
But new season's out, I think,
They
today.
have a Dubai one or a Habibi one.
Oh, I haven't seen the Habibi one.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Because if they're Muslim, it's interesting that. Well, no, I guess it's fine. I guess
No,
that's how
I feel
you,
like,
that's how
especially
you
in those
date.
cultures,
Yeah, you're
like
right. I take it back. I take it back.
Yeah, I feel like it's very American that we date based on like what people look like. Solely only on what people look like, especially in today's age where
I'm
everything
okay
is
with that.
digital and you're like swiping through apps. I mean, what's your first impression? It's not going to be their profile. It's going to be their picture. I've never app dated.
I've never app dated.
I haven't app dated because I haven't been a part of that generation. I mean, now I guess I could, now that I'm divorced, you would say I'm able to app date, but I've never app dated.
I have friends that are on those apps, and I'll be like, "Give me your phone." So then I'll swipe for them. I'll do that.
I have looked. I mean, I had a friend who had she was bi, and she had boys and girls on her app.
Okay.
Don't even ask me what app it was because I don't even know.
It was either Tinder
I have no
or
idea.
what's the one with the Bumble?
Bumble, yeah. And I was like, we were at work, and I'm like looking through them, and I'm looking at all the guys, and she goes, "But you can look at the girls too." And she swiped over to the girls, and I'm like, man, this is rough. It is rough out there.
It is rough out there. It is. It is. Well, thank God, you're not into those dating apps.
I'm not. I would much
You just
rather
go
meet
out to the
somebody
bars.
through people I know, somebody that is introduced to me through someone I know, somebody I've known. I don't know. I'd rather date that way than date, or even the way we used to date, which was at the
what?
bar, at the club, or you go somewhere and you meet somebody and you like chat with them. Now it's like, I feel like you go somewhere and I don't know, like based on the friends that I have that go out and date, they're just on their phones and they're swiping and looking to who's nearby in their proximity on their app. And I'm like, why don't you lift your head up and look at who's in proximity in the room?
Because maybe social media has made it harder to like approach people and talk to people. That people are just used to doing things on apps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they feel it's safer, I guess.
It's still not safer. Didn't you hear all those stories about that guy that would meet up the girl, like set them up on or set up a date with them?
No, but sounds like a spooky Halloween story.
And then he would murder them.
What?
Yeah. This was
No.
maybe last year or the year before. I think he was on Tinder or something like that.
See, now I definitely don't want to go on any dating app ever.
So are you open to going to the bars and finding a boo or what?
No,
Oh,
that's not what I'm saying.
I just thought maybe we were going to go to a bar.
No.
All right.
But definitely no creepy dating app murderers for me, thanks.
No. No one with a gun.
No one with a gun.
What'd you do with that knife?
I think
You
do
probably
I still have it?
you
I
should
don't
like
think I still
invest
have
in
it.
pepper spray.
I do have pepper spray, but because my brother-in-law, he's a cop, he gave me some pepper spray, but like the really good kind of pepper spray.
Yeah.
And I always forget to take it with me when I go, like if I go walk Luna or I go out, like I have one in my car, but I'm always like, oh, it's so much work to like take it out, move the little thing. And by the time I do all that, I'm already mugged.
It's on you use your thumb.
Yeah, but it's like to get it and to do all that. I mean, I'm done. I'm killed. It's like when people have, the car lock thing where like only the driver's side opens and the passenger side doesn't open. I always think to myself, if there was somebody chasing us and I would be killed because you got in the car. But by the time you open my side, I'm dead.
But if you had the pepper spray, you'd be alive.
Possibly, if I had enough time to get it out of my bag and like open it and spray somebody.
Well, when you're walking out,
and the person driving the car would be gone by then.
When you're walking out, you're supposed to have the pepper spray already in your hand and your thumb on the little thingamajiggy.
Yeah,
and go,
but that's like premeditated. You're thinking about that.
Right. Well, why aren't you thinking about it?
I'm talking about like, let's say there is a situation that happens when you happen to be in your car.
Oh, you're creating a lot of different scenarios
I'm
that
just
I don't
saying,
have answers for.
So many scenarios, so many possibilities.
All right. I don't know what to say to you right now.
All right. So we're going to change the subject.
Yeah, let's change it.
Let's keep it in the Halloween spirit, though.
All right.
What's the favorite costume you've ever seen on a girl?
Oh, okay. So probably like 10 years ago, Fernanda was going to a Halloween party, her family's annual Halloween party. And I was going to my own Halloween party, and she sent me a picture of herself. And it was like, she was like in a corset, like a black corset, and she was wearing red lipstick. And
oh, God, that's the best.
And that's when she had glasses, because, as you know, she has LASIX. And it was just really.
It did it for you?
Yeah, it did. My voice cracked. Oh yeah, my God. Yeah, it did. It was probably like the best Halloween costume I've seen.
I don't know. I think for me, it's like any slutty Halloween costume is a pretty good one.
Oh my God.
On a girl. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, if she can rock it, I'm just saying. Because there's some out there where you're like, whoa, I'm just saying. But yeah, I definitely think that there are, costumes I've seen that are really cool. Like not necessarily not girl, sluts. But like when you go to We Hope Parade and all that, you see some pretty cool ones.
What's a cool one that you've seen?
I think the coolest one I ever saw was actually, I'm a big, I was a big Johnny Depp fan. So for me, it was like a Edward Scissorhands. This guy looked just like him. It was so crazy. That was probably my favorite one I've seen so far.
What's a favorite costume that you've dressed up as?
I don't think I have one favorite because I didn't really dress up a lot growing up. But I think the one that sticks out the most in my head was I was a serial killer when I was like 13.
Interesting. You were a serial killer. You dated a jailbird.
But I had a cereal box over my head. I was dressed in black.
You're such a square.
And I had a little knife. It was innocent.
God.
Don't even talk shit because your daughter dressed up as like a killer or something recently too.
Yeah, and it was like a light up mask. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
With a bloody knife. She had a bloody knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite costume was when Priscilla and I dressed up as T-Pain and Lil Wayne. It was back then when they did an album together, or they went on tour together. And I had like a grill, but it was out of foil. And we did my hair. We did our hair.
Oh, you put foil in your teeth?
I did.
Oh.
I'm okay now. I survived. And
That's
then
like the worst feeling.
And we tatted her face. I think she was Lil Wayne. And we had the shirts that said like, whatever the shirt said, like T-Pain or T-Wayne or something like that. And her and I went out, and we went to West Hollywood, and we were dressed up as that. And that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. West Hollywood is a wild place to be. I'll never go again though.
I think I only did it once, and it was enough for me. It's
way too crowded. It's too much going on. I'm not into it.
Me either.
Yeah.
I think we've aged out.
See what I mean? See what I mean?
It's
always an age thing with you, Solange. I'm
just saying. Did you ever do a couple's costume?
Yeah, I've done a few. Fernanda and I wore like 90s a bunch of times. God, we were on The Purge. We did The Purge one year.
What was your favorite?
The 90s one was cute because our hair was mine was like in a side ponytail. Hers was up. We looked the part, and you know how like Fern dances, right? like the hip hop. Like, remember the wedding?
Yeah.
She has like this like pop lock, drop it, and she like gets on the floor, she break dances and stuff. So she plays the part, and I'm just like her hype man, like go,
Yeah,
go, right?
100%.
And then I wear the big gold chain and stuff. So I think that's like the most fun. And plus, Halloween nights are cold. They're cold.
It's like the only time when the weather actually changes.
Yeah, it's cold. So like I like that we are in pants.
In LA.
In LA, yeah. So I think, but I'm pretty sure I've dressed up in other things. I just cannot remember it.
Have you ever dressed up as like a femme girl?
What's wrong with you? No.
I'm just curious.
I did that for prom and fall formal.
So did I. And that was about as Halloween as it got.
Yeah, no. I didn't. I don't even think I would at this point. Like, for what? I mean, people would be like, oh, yeah, I want to see.
That's a good costume.
I want to see Ava in a dress. No, it's not happening.
Anyway. All right. We're going to wrap it up here.
Wrap it up.
What are you doing for Halloween, by the way?
On actual Halloween?
Yeah.
Taking my kid trick-or-treating.
Oh, that's right.
What are you doing?
Probably passing out candy.
Yeah.
You know, there's really nothing else to do.
I mean, you could come with us if you want.
To go trick-or-treating?
Yeah, why not?
Oh.
It's cool.
I usually go to my sister's and watch the little kids. I love seeing the little kids.
Oh, yeah,
and their
cute.
crazy little costumes. Yeah.
They're cute.
And we actually give out full candy bars.
Oh, so, okay. Too bad we can't give the address because that would be dope if all the kids went there. We don't need your stalker to come.
No.
They could borrow my shirt, though.
Oh, yeah.
Once again.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's what we're doing for Halloween.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please subscribe and
rate us.
Rate us on whatever platform it is that you listen to us and or watch us. We would greatly appreciate it. Leave a comment. And in our Instagram, if you don't follow us, you can always DM us or send us an email with your questions or topics. If there's anything that you guys want us to talk about or touch on, we would be more than happy to take your requests and suggestions for our upcoming episodes. So we're going to leave it there and say goodbye and happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Be safe out there.
Later, booze.
Oh, and moms, check your kids' candies.
Yes, for sure.
All right.